What's up, YouTube? Today I got this 2005 Chevrolet Tahoe. The customer's been complaining of the check stability light coming on, and I started looking deeper into this, and I noticed somebody put shocks on this thing, which they put a good brand. The KYBs are a good shock, but this one has the ride control on it, and they just put regular shocks on it. Some of these do have the regular shocks, but this one don't, and they just kind of let that sensor hang to the side. Well, that's going to make that light come on because that sensor's not reading. So I'm going to fix this for him today. He took it to another shop and had it done, but he doesn't trust them because of this shady stuff they did right here. So he's going to go get a refund. He's already talked to them, and I'm going to give him these shocks back so they can send them back and he can get his money back. So it is what it is, not my problem, but that's how you earn good customers, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, I'm going to show you how to do this today. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe so I can continue to make videos like this to make your life easier. Let's get started. Now, the shocks that I'm going with is the R-Knot. It's a very good quality. I've used these many a times with several cars with ride control. And they come with a little adapter you put on top so we can put that sensor on there. So let's get this old shock off. Well, old new shock. And yeah, these shocks are a little more expensive, but if you get the R-Knots, they're a lot better price than the OEs from the dealership. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to put, whether you're doing this in the driveway or not, a jack stand or a floor jack or something to support this control arm, because it's going to drop down a good bit when you take this off, and you're not going to be able to get the new shock in without keeping this from going down any. So I'm using a transmission jack because I got it on a lift. So if you're doing this on the ground, just use a regular car jack and maybe put a jack stand underneath here to support it until you're done changing this shock. Now the first thing I'm going to do is take this 21 millimeter nut off the bottom. Now if this starts to spin on the other side, put you a 21 on the other side. That way you can keep it from spinning, because the tension's on there, it's holding it from spinning. So now we're going to take the top nut off, and on these it's a 14, but that's not to say all the shocks. Some of them are 13, depending on what brand of shock you use and what kind of nut they give you. So just hold this right here from turning while taking it down. If it don't turn, you don't have to hold it, but if it starts turning, just put a good grip on it. I'm not even going to hold it until it starts turning. Just keep wrenching it off. Now it's turning, so we're going to hold it. Yeah, I'm doing brakes on this thing too. I'm still waiting for the parts for that. I figured I'd go ahead and knock this out for y'all. I'm not even going to do a video on the brakes because I'm pretty sure if you look on my channel, I have several videos on this style of brake system. All right, once you get that bolt loose enough where you ain't got a wrench on it, you can take it the rest of the way off with your fingers here. Pull your bushings. Now I gotta save all this stuff because he's gonna be taking this back to the place that did it. You can give him all the hardware here. Go ahead and push your bolt through. All right, now I'm just gonna take all this original stuff here and slap it back on for him. All right. Now let's grab our new shock. Put your washer on, facing like that. It's kind of a dome. You face the dome upwards. Take your bushing, you face the bushing with the little with the like hump right there, because that little hump goes into the hole right here. Keep sliding around, face it down like that. Now we can feed our shock up in there. Go ahead and pass this bolt through. Go ahead and start this nut. A few turns. Alright, now the same with the top. Face that little hump right there in the bushing downwards. And where it's a little concave, I guess you call it. Faces downwards. So it can hug that bushing. Start that a few turns as far as I can thread it down, because this is self-locking nut, so you're not going to be able to thread it down very far until it starts hitting that plastic that's built into the nut. Alright, now I'm going to put a little more tension on this, just till I start seeing that bottom bushing crush a little bit. And on these new ones, the top nuts are 17. Just do the same. Hold it from turning while you're wrenching it down. Eventually it's going to grab itself and I won't have to hold that no more. There it goes. And now I keep wrenching just until I can't wrench no more. You start seeing that top bushing crush. See how it's turning now? Then I'll hold that. I'll give it an extra couple little locks. That's all you need. Now, a little trick here, if you take the tension off, you won't have to hold that bolt on the other side. See? Tighten that real good. Just like that. Get this jack out of the way. Alright, now you just take this little sensor right here, this little adapter, you screw it on all the way down. Just keep turning it till it bottoms out and you can't tighten it no more. Then just take your little sensor here and just slide it down. You can see that. Wiggle it side to side a little bit and push down on it until it seats. And that's all you gotta do. It's that simple, y'all. Now I'm still waiting for brakes and everything on this. I'm gonna test drive it to make sure that light goes off. I'm sure it will. So, anyways, I hope this video has been informative. Y'all please check like down below. Please subscribe. Y'all have a good day. Peace out, YouTube.